What's going on, fellas? How's everybody going so far? Everybody able to hear me? Let's get a little sound check going and we're going to get rolling. It is Saturday morning. Good morning, Russ. Everybody able to hear me? Let some people log on here. We're just now sending out our text message to everybody that's on the list. So bear with us just a second. We are going to get rolling here in just a second. All right, if you guys can hear me just fine, do me a favor, give me a comment. Let me know that you guys can hear me. That way we can get rolling. Give it a second, let some people log on. We've got a busy day today. Perfect, thank you guys. Nathaniel, welcome to the show, buddy. Ernest, Russ. What's going on, fellas? Gonna get ready to get rolling here. What's going on, Nicholas? A little early for a show out here on the West Coast. I guess we could have done this earlier. I mean, it's practically lunchtime on the East Coast already. Absolutely, we got the coffee rolling. It's about empty. I could definitely use a refill this morning, that is for sure. Pancakes and capers. Who's got the pancakes? Why you gotta tell a fat man about pancakes? That is uncalled for. It is. NFL in London for us West Coasters, absolutely. I've got 2 cameras in the office. I've actually, yeah, just, Nicholas, fly it over for me. I've been trying to get the other camera up, but I for some reason can't get this sucker to connect. That way you guys aren't just zoomed in on my ugly mug here. If it wasn't so early in the morning, I could probably get it done, but, you know, it's, oh, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. Give me 1 second, guys. Just letting some people log on. We just sent out the text message. Absolutely. Ty, welcome to the show, bud. I've got an underdog for you guys. A sleeper. An absolute sleeper where the public is on nearly 100% the opposite side. Give me 1 second, guys. Thank you, Ty. All right, give me 1 more second, guys. We're going to let a couple more people log on. We sent out that text blast a little late, so thank you, Ty. I'm glad to know that you liked it. I know I did. And if you watched Cappers Nation, we were saying how Utah State was a nice dark horse and had a chance to win that game, and they absolutely did as well. I do like underdogs. I know the public doesn't, but I do. Advanced settings. All right. Shouldn't be much longer. Hopefully we got some people coming. Although it is a little early in the morning, so I would not be surprised if it takes a little while for people to show up. If they show up at all, if you know what I mean. Hell, I didn't even want to be here this morning, this early in the morning. Advanced. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. Give me 1 second. Let's see if we can get the second camera up. They don't like money, Nicholas, if they're not up this early. 9:40 up in Canada. Must be on the East Coast because it is early here. Just waiting for this other camera to connect. Hopefully some more people will log on, make the show a little... Although it'll be fun with just you guys. Sometimes smaller is a little bit better. Alrighty. Well. I'm not sure if it's going to let us use the remote camera or not. Alex, welcome to the show. 3:40 in the afternoon, all the way in Rome, huh? All right, they snooze, they lose. I was trying to get this. There we go. Hold on. Nope. All right, let's see if this thing works here. Hold on. Look at that. Technically advanced dual cameras. So now when I want to have you guys zoom in on something important, I can cut straight to the chase and have you guys right there zoomed in on my face. All right, guys. Welcome to the first Cappers Nation live game day Saturday. It's going to be a great morning for you guys. I could not be more excited. For everybody that doesn't know, I am Kyle Johnson with Cappers Direct, and I could not be more excited to be here this morning, bright and early here on the West Coast. Welcome, everybody. Looks like we got a little group of guys so far. Demetrius, 941 in Norfolk, huh? When I was in the Navy, I was stationed in Norfolk. It is 6:43 in the morning here, Russ. Mark, thank you. Welcome to the show. Congrats to all of our free play members yesterday that hammered Oh. Don't mind me, I'm just screwing shit up this morning. All right, they got me using the whole new software doing this early in the morning by myself. Nobody else wants to partake in the live show this morning, so I'm doing it in my office with the cool software, trying to be technically advanced. I'm sure we should have some good chat comments today. Seems we've been pissing off the competition left and right, and you know, doing what we do best. There we go. Look at that. I got something else to work. All right, guys. Let's jump right into the program here. Demetrius, YN1, huh? Okay, that makes sense why you're in Norfolk. I was a damage controlman. I got out as a DC3. However, I did pass my DC2 exam, and I got out right before I got frocked. Literally 3 weeks before I was going to get frocked, but I was getting out, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, Russ, it is a little early. I may have to leave you guys for a minute while I go make another cup of Joe and the Keurig. But I'm ready to roll. I've been up for quite a while. I've been up since 3:30 in the morning, so getting all my stuff done so that I can come here and film. Morning, Brian. Welcome to the show. Brian, what part of the country are you at? Is it bright and early? All right, so congratulations all of our free play viewers yesterday. Utah State, Michigan State over the posted total. Everybody doubted us. Everybody said it was going to be a down and dirty game in the trenches. Low scoring, and it was the exact opposite. What's going on, Gabby? Welcome to the live show, buddy. Oh, Brian's working the night shift, so Brian's probably one of the only one that's really awake or ready to go to bed, one of the two. Premium plays yesterday. When we put out our guaranteed Saturday video, our premium plays hadn't even started yet, and let me tell you, it was a disaster of a day. About the only thing good that came out of yesterday was our consensus plays, and our free play. That's about it. Premium plays were a disaster yesterday. We had the over in the San Diego State game. and against my better judgment. And then the Atlanta Braves in baseball, they had their plenty of chances yesterday in baseball to get the job done, and they just didn't. And who else did we have? Colorado State. We went back with Colorado State. They showed a lot of signs of improvement in their first game in that second half, more towards the end of the third quarter. And boy, did they come out flat against a very, very, very weak Colorado team. What's going on, John? Welcome to the show. We're just getting ready to get rolling. You haven't missed anything yet other than me trying to be technically advanced. But yeah, guys, on tap, we got a little promotion for you guys to participate in if you haven't already, as well as quite a few free plays and leans. For everybody that doesn't know, we gave out Florida Atlantic in last night's video. For today, Florida Atlantic plus the 21, as well as a small little sprinkle on the money line with them. Money line plus 1,100. I do believe, and we'll break down that game again for everybody here shortly. But we've got a couple more free plays. I've got another underdog for you guys. Just going over some notes here, looking what they got for me, and it's going to be a great day. We're going to talk about a handful of games, see what you guys want to talk about, and let's make everybody some money. But first, guys, if you guys didn't hear in last night's video, we are running a promotion. It's 100% free. There's no cost to enter. We've got our NFL and college football futures package that is available on the website. It does cost money to purchase it. However, for everybody that wants a chance to win it, we're going to give away not one, but 7 packages for free. And the way to do that is you need to send a text message, and you're automatically entered. It's 100% random. I have no control over who wins it. I'll be notified who wins it. It'll tell me who. The program will tell me who wins it, but it's part of our texting program. But if you guys want to send a text message, I'm gonna see if I can get it up on the screen here. But I'm gonna type it in the comments for you guys. You guys are gonna text the word "win" (WIN). Doesn't matter if it's capitalized or lowercase. But you're going to text it to 855-857-8936. This is our number. You're automatically entered to win. When you do that, you'll get an automatic reply letting you know that you're entered in the contest. And then once the contest is up, the contest is going to end Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. And once that contest ends, the system is randomly going to pick 7 individuals for the I can't even talk this morning, for the futures program. So guys, go ahead and text WIN to 855-857-8936. Unlike what some people want to say, it's not a scam to call 800 numbers. Legitimate services and companies that actually have office locations generally have toll-free numbers, all right? We have a toll-free number because we get a lot of international clients from Canada. It costs them a boatload of money with the exchange rate and international calling fees to call the United States. That is why we have one. But all of you guys, I do believe, have my cell phone number. Most of you guys do, and if you don't and you want it, just shoot me a message or send me a text, an email, or give us a call at the office. I'll be happy to get you guys my cell phone number. Yeah, Nicholas, you were on the Braves too. Brian, I do like the Braves today as well. I do think they get the win today. That I do believe. But let me see if I can get this while we're chit-chatting here. If I can get this text up on the screen. Alrighty, already. Let's see here. I do see quite a few of you guys have already, quite a few of the regular viewers have already sent in or texted in to win your guys' free package. We're just going over our text in promotion. Text win to the number on the screen, and you're going to be entered to win one of 7 futures packages for the NFL and college football. Guys, we've got plus, I think we've got a plus 7,000 or plus 3,000. I know we got a plus 1,800. I know in college football we've got a conference champion winner at plus 700, which I already gave you guys that. We're predicting West Virginia as a conference champion, and they were plus 700. Excuse me. All right, guys, let's get in the program here because we're going to have some free plays for you guys. One of the things that we touched base on in the Cappers Nation live show last Saturday, today is Saturday, that's how early it is, last Thursday, was that mystery X better. He ended up, believe it or not, I know the individual, and the guy's loaded, and he's a very, very sharp individual. And this is the guy that walked into the South Point, laid 10 grand on a 2-team parlay on Wisconsin and Ohio State. He came back a couple hours later. He put 20,000 more on the game. 30,000 more on the same exact parlay at the South Point. Then he split there, and he went to one of the William Hill books, and he laid down $130K at William Hill, and he actually hit a couple other casinos for another $40,000 yesterday before the Wisconsin game, and he had a total of $200,000 on a 2-team parlay between Wisconsin and Ohio State. And this guy's a very sharp individual. So it actually, when I heard this, and it was confirmed from Ed Bogdanovich, the director of trading for William Hill here in Vegas. He actually came out publicly and admitted it. Vegas made a killing off this one guy yesterday. I do believe in 2017, Vegas only profited about $4 million off of sports betting, believe it or not. In total, that's what Las Vegas, all the casinos made, was about $4 million. They don't make a lot of money off the sports betting. It's more there to bring you in so you put your money in the damn slot machines. But they made a killing, and Vegas made a killing on this one individual yesterday. I can't name his name just because it wouldn't be right. But somebody's been drinking the Big Ten Kool-Aid, and a lot of people are. I don't care what team you are or who you are. 36, 37 points is a lot to be betting, to be laying on any team. Did I see Ohio State was up to 40? Oh, hold on. We got to see a text message. See, I do give out my cell phone number to people. Anybody who wants it, feel free to have it. Hi, Kyle. What time is guaranteed Saturday game? And it is a college football. Let's see, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, college football. Come join us live on YouTube right now. All right. It's a little early. I don't expect a lot of people to be on, and we did zero promotion for the game day show. I'm not sure if this is going to be a normal thing. I'm going to try and make this a normal thing. We may have to do it earlier to make it a normal thing because Saturdays are very, very busy for us, for me especially. So in order for me to do a live show every Saturday, I may have to bump it up to 6 in the morning Pacific time, maybe 5:30, which, God, it's really early to do a show. I function that early, but, man, I don't feel like it. That's for sure. I guess that's the one downside to being in Vegas and being on the West Coast is we're behind everybody except for Hawaii, obviously. But speaking of our guaranteed Saturday game, guys, I don't know how many of you know about our guaranteed Saturday and what it's really about. We've got one game today, guys, that we isolate one game each and every single week. Hey, Drew, to the crew, welcome. Welcome to the show. But our guaranteed Saturday, guys, what it is we isolate one game each and every single week that we absolutely love and that we feel we can step out on and make a ton of money on. We're willing to put a money-back guarantee on it. That's how strong the game is. There's not many companies out there that will put a money-back guarantee on a game. We do. We stand behind our guarantee. And obviously, nobody can guarantee the outcome of the game. However, we're giving you guys the biggest game of the week for us and what we think is going to be an easy winner. And we guarantee you that you win or you get your money back, 100%. It does cost $150. But for everybody that's watching the live show, this option will be available during the live show only. So if you're watching this as an archived version, you're shit out of luck. Next time, tune in live. But for everybody that wants to jump on board Guaranteed Saturday and you guys want a $50 discount because it's normally $150, it's normally $150, but I've got a coupon code for you guys to enter when you check out for Guaranteed Saturday that will save you guys $50. It drops down the price to $100. You still get the guarantee. If we were to lose, you get your full money back. I'm going to put the coupon code right here in the comment section. And remember, as soon as this show is done and over with, that coupon code will be invalid. And please do, if you do purchase it, please don't post it in the comments. That'll be a way for the guys at Cappers Direct to make sure I don't go live again, especially on a Saturday. All right, guys? All right. Gabriel, Guaranteed Saturday, it's much like one of our premium plays. It's a little bit stronger than our premium plays. It's just one game each and every single week that we isolate that we feel is going to be a monster of a winner. And that's the reason why we put a guarantee on it, whereas there's not a daily guarantee. The only thing that we guarantee is that you win or you get your money back. And it should be a good game today. Absolutely love it today. All right, guys, let's see here. The feed doing all right before we jump into our free plays? We're going to get rolling here shortly. I know you guys got nothing better to do this Saturday morning than hang out with me. Feed doing all right? But again, one last time, we'll talk about the Guaranteed Saturday one last time. Guys, the promo code, save $50. It's only available during this show. I do see a handful of you did purchase it already. If you're watching this show, send me a message during the show. Send me a text or an email during the show, and I'll see what I can do about getting you guys $50 back or off or something like that. I'll talk to accounting. Alrighty, who's ready for some free plays and some breakdowns and ready to make some money? Question: how many of you guys watch VSIN on the internet or on Sirius or listen to it on Sirius Satellite Radio? Russ, the little four-legged critter's doing good. Making a lot of noise. A lot of noise all day long. Still working on that potty training, though. Alrighty, guys, let's jump into it. We got 40-something people on, not as many as I'd hoped, but if we can get this game day live thing going every single morning, I know the company will start promoting it and letting people know, because the reason why our other show gets so many damn views is because a lot of our advertising partners, and we advertise it first of all, but it's hosted on a lot of other websites and sports-related websites that promote our show for us. So, but you know, we get the core of the group here. That's all that matters. Ronald, what's going on? So, I mean, right now this video is only hosted on our website here on YouTube. It's not on any of our other platforms. It's not on live stream. It's not on Venmo. It's just right here. Alrighty. All right, just getting everything rolling, getting everything up on my screen, my little notes. I got them right here. I got them on the screen. That's the nice thing about my office. It's like a teleprompter. I got everything that I need right here. All right, first game we're going to talk about, guys. Let's do our free play real quick. All right. The one that we've already talked, so most of you guys have already heard me talk about Florida Atlantic, Oklahoma. Playing today 9 a.m. Pacific time, so here in just under 2 hours, Lane Kiffin, Florida Atlantic Owls head to Memorial Stadium, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. Game's going to be on Fox. They're facing off against number 7, the 7th-ranked team of Oklahoma. Going to be a great game, guys. It's game number 151, 152 for betting purposes. For everybody that doesn't know, every game has a number when it comes to betting. And I do get a lot of people that ask, hey, how do you bet this game when you go to the casino? Because a lot of you guys don't have a chance to go to the casino and actually bet live in person. And, you know, so game numbers are important when you're here in town or when you're looking up a game. It makes it a lot easier rather than scrolling through 60-something games on Vegas Insider looking for that new set of odds. Where's the line at? It's good to know that, you know, Florida Atlantic's 151. You can scroll right to it, and you can see that they're actually the first game on the board. Line on that game, guys, it opened up at 21. Oklahoma's laying 3 touchdowns. The line is still at 21 over at William Hill, CG Technologies, and it is slowly moving. The Westgate just dropped that line to 20 not long ago. Florida Atlantic is only getting 20 now at the Westgate. They're getting 20.5 at all the MGM properties, and the Win also has it at 20.5. Offshore, as far as offshore odds for that game, most everybody is at 20 right now. That line is dropping, so if you have not already bet on Florida Atlantic, I advise doing so soon. We gave this out on Thursday when they were getting 21. They are down to only getting 20, and that line is dropping like a rock. All right, guys, I would not be surprised to see that game down in 19 and a half before kickoff. Oklahoma's, I don't think, I mean, they may win easily, but I don't think it's going to be as easy for them as they're expecting without their star quarterback, who is now in the NFL. Couple little top team trends, all right, for Oklahoma and Florida Atlantic. Oklahoma is 9-2 against the spread the last 3 years when they're playing at home at Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, and they are favored in the game, all right? So they're 9-2 over the last 3 years when they're favored at home, all right? Good team generally to be betting on when they're against the spread when they're at home and they're favored. Florida Atlantic is also 0-7 in their last 7 games against the Big 12. So in their last 7 times playing a team in the Big 12, they have not won once. All right. Florida Atlantic is 13-2 on the under when they're playing on grass fields. Oklahoma Memorial Stadium's playing on grass. All right, that's a grass field. However, just because of that stat, see, a lot of people like to just pick their picks based off of stats, and they just, they look at the stats and they're going to give you guys a game. All right. If you're going to go off of stats, I guess you should take the under. But let's be honest, both teams are capable to put up 40 points each. And if it's an offensive shootout that's lacking defense and there's a lot of big plays, watch out. There's going to be a lot of points in this game. So I would advise throwing that stat right out the window. All right. Lincoln Riley's squad is projected to be a favorite to capture the Big 12. Oklahoma is favored to be the Big 12 championship winner this year and make a push for the playoffs again. The loss of Baker Mayfield to the program is huge. In my personal opinion, I do believe it puts Oklahoma in a downward trend. A lot of people still see him as trending upward. I see it the exact opposite. You lose the most explosive player in the NFL or in college football last year to the NFL, and you don't know what's replacing him. So it's kind of hard to say that Oklahoma is still trending in the upward direction. It's going to be until we see it to believe it. I don't believe it. So the people, the people that are out there promoting Oklahoma being headed in the right direction, I think it's the exact opposite. All right, Lane Kiffin's Owls are the opposite of that, in my opinion. They have a very athletic roster with quality talent at every skill level. Lane Kiffin is a recruiting master. He's pulling in second-rate players from Power 5 teams. But you got to remember, a lot of these Power 5 teams have multiple star NFL talent at every position waiting for their chance to play and shine. And Lane Kiffin's given these kids an opportunity to come to his program and fight for a chance to play on a team that's getting a lot of national attention. And that's what Lane, he is a superstar in his own accord, and he brings media with him, and he gets it based off of his tweets and what he does. He is an absolute master with it. Running back Devin Singletary, tight end Harrison Bryant, they should pick up very, very well from where they left off last year. They had a huge showing last year. Both of them did. And I would not be surprised to see them have an explosive year and a great game today. Now, Lane's been pretty quiet on who's going to start for the team. Let me see if they've made an announcement yet. But I doubt it. I haven't seen one just yet. If they've made an announcement on who's starting quarterback, but it don't really matter. They've got a depth roster at quarterback that is long. They just got a bunch of transfers. A lot of them are eligible. All right, let's see here. Nope, hasn't announced it, and I don't think he plans to. I don't think he plans to, but it doesn't matter. In my opinion, they've got enough talented quarterbacks to get the ball in Singletary and Bryant's hands that should get the job done. Most of the tension, in my opinion, for this matchup is going to be fixated on the Sooners quarterback, Kyler Murray. I always call him Kyle. He'd probably be better if he was a Kyle. But Kyler Murray, he's got the daunting task of replacing the sport's most outstanding player in Baker Mayfield. And like I said earlier in the week, a shootout here between both teams with their explosive offenses and the athletes and the caliber of players that they have, I would not be surprised to see
a very, very high-scoring game between both teams. A little bit on Lane Kiffin. All right, Lane Kiffin as a head coach. Everybody knows head coaches make adjustments, and head coaches, they're not out there playing, but they're leading the charge, and the head coach is winning the game. All right, players are just doing what they're told and hopefully doing their job. Shockingly, Lane Kiffin is quiet this morning on Twitter. There hasn't been any tweets by him for a little while. He said he tweeted 22 hours ago, they're headed on the plane. Pray for us. We need all the prayers for our players. Brad, I don't know if that game can go both ways. Florida Atlantic is known not to score a lot of points on grass. But like I said, sometimes you got to throw that statistic out. But these are some of the facts, that the reasons why I think Florida Atlantic's going to hang in there. 1, they're hungry. 2, they're motivated. 3, they're picking up where they left off last year, and that's trending in the right direction. And trying to make a name for themselves, trying to become a ranked team, trying to put themselves on the map even further where they are. Oklahoma's a changed team. Without Baker Mayfield, let's face it, Kyler Murray is not Baker Mayfield, all right? He's a good quarterback, and he's an outstanding player, but he's not Baker Mayfield, all right? Florida Atlantic is feeling really good about what they did last year. Lane Kiffin was a double-digit underdog 6 times in his career, all right, as a head coach. Being a double-digit underdog 6 times, he has got the money. He has covered the spread 100% of the time, all right? He's in his career, he's only had 3 losses of 21 points or more as a head coach. And I do not expect to see a 4th today, all right? I do believe Florida Atlantic 100% covers the 21 points that we gave out on Thursday, that we were getting on Thursday. Also, I do believe they do have a shot if they play properly and they can control the offense of Oklahoma. They do have a chance to beat them and win on the money line. They're plus 1,100 on the money line. I will sprinkle a little bit on the money line, make a fun little bet there. And so, yeah, we gave out the free play on Thursday. We loved it so much we gave it again for Saturday, or in last night's video, and I'm reminding you guys today, Florida Atlantic on the plus the points. I know Nicholas just said a few minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, that he got it at 20.5, bought the hook. Next game that we're going to talk about, all right? I know this one's on everybody's radar. Washington versus Auburn. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Exactly as Russ just said, Florida Atlantic's got 15 starters returning this year as well. Good point, Russ. I appreciate it. They're calling this a neutral site game for Washington and Auburn. And it's one of the reasons why the line is where it is. The game's 3:30 Eastern Time, 12:30 Pacific. It's going to be on ABC. For all our betting purposes, it's game number 193 and 194. That line is now currently, because it's actually changed this morning a little bit. Auburn is now down to 2.5. On Thursday they were giving up 2. They're now giving up 2.5. Washington, which means Washington's getting 2.5 points. The over and under opened at 51, and right now it's down to 48.5. I've seen some spots got it at 49.5. Who's got it at 49? Pinnacle Sports, Sports Betting AG, Offshore have it at 49.5. Here in town in Vegas, it's actually down to 48 at William Hill's got the over and under set at 48. MGM still has it at 49. So if you guys bet like I do, I shop around for the lines, and if you have the opportunity. So that line is anywhere from 49 to 48, depending on where you're betting. A couple little tidbits of information on this game, because I do need to speed up a little bit, or else I'll keep talking and you guys won't have a chance to bet anything. Washington is 26-15 against the spread going back 10 years when they're facing opponents with over 6 days of rest. Auburn is 6-13 against the spread, playing top 10 teams in the last 5 years. Auburn has not came to show when facing other top 10 teams. They have lost and folded dating back 5 years. They've won 6 and lost 13 when facing other top 10 teams. Auburn is 8-1 in their last 9 games on a neutral site field when they're playing top 10 teams. All right? But here's the thing. They're calling this a neutral site game, but let's be honest. The drive from Auburn, Alabama to Atlanta, Georgia, those players did not hop on a plane. All right? Those Auburn players rode a bus for about 2.5 hours. Now they're sitting at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Russ, that's a higher line. Out of curiosity, you betting with a local guy or offshore? I don't consider this a neutral site game. I guess it's a semi-neutral in my opinion. Washington just traveled from one side of the country to the other side of the country. Auburn just hopped on a bus for 2.5 hours yesterday. So, that lineup being -3, they're saying it's basically a pick 'em, but it not being that neutral of a field is going to give Auburn the advantage. Let's be honest, there's going to be a lot more Auburn fans in Atlanta than there is going to be from Washington State, meaning the state of Washington, not the team of Washington State. All right, quarterback Jake Browning is going to be leading the charge for the offense. Browning and Stidham, they make up perhaps college football's best Week 1 quarterback matchup between both teams. I look forward to watching this game. I don't watch a lot of games. I try not to, especially games that I'm betting. I do believe the quarterbacks are going to have to be sharp and on their feet and alert, and the defensive lines is gonna rule this game. And I look forward to seeing how both Browning and Stidham handle the challenge at quarterback with two of the nation's best defenses. I really do believe they're going to find it hard to move the ball up and down the field for both teams. I don't believe this is going to be just an absolute blowout or a rout. I mean, maybe one team does beat the other team 30-7, 30-14, something like that. I don't think we're going to see an explosive offense, a show of offense to where the total goes over. I really don't. The running game is going to be absolutely huge here. The Washington back of Myles Gaskin, it's going to be absolutely crucial to Washington's success. And basically, and keeping Auburn's explosive pass rush at bay. If Gaskin can and Washington can establish the run and run on Auburn, it will allow Washington to be able to throw the ball. It'll put the pass rush that Auburn is known for, and that's very, very explosive if they continue where they left off from last year. It should put it at bay and open up the pocket and allow Washington to throw the ball down the field. With these two defensive programs, I do believe it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think the total goes under, and wouldn't surprise me one bit. Interesting fact. I actually seen this yesterday. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I actually have two big 27-inch IMAX on my desk here. I took a screenshot of it, but I don't know this other one's. Here we go. Is this it? It's an interesting fact about about Vegas, and nope, that's not it. And where they made their money last year, because a lot of people think Vegas just makes a ton of money on sports betting. Here we go. It's the exact opposite. I actually wish I can get this on the screen. Sorry, when I said they made $4 million last year, that was inaccurate. It was last month. I knew that didn't sound right. A little early in the morning. But in July, in the month of July, here's the Vegas totals. All right, they made $93.3 million on blackjack. This is casinos combined here in Las Vegas. They made $35 million from the craps tables. They made $32.7 million from the roulette tables. They made $101 million from baccarat players. That's all the international players playing baccarat. They made $281 million off of the penny slot machines. Penny slot machines, guys, that's why there's so many of them. Yep, one penny at a time. Actually, it's like 180 pennies at a pull. But they made $281.1 million off of the penny slots. And interesting fact, sports betting brought in $7 million in revenue for the Vegas casinos in July. Guys, if you're watching this video, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button if you appreciate the free plays and free leans and all that. Do us a favor, hit that thumbs up. Let us know that you do appreciate it, because we certainly do. All right, it helps us out when you guys do that, and we get user participation. So please hit that thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way, you get automatic updates each and every single time we put out a video or we go live. Also, we are running our promotion, guys, where you guys could enter to win. It's 100% at random. It's free. There's no cost to you. Enter to win one of 7 NFL and college football futures packages on our website. Our futures package is pretty damn cool. We've actually had a lot of futures dating back 7 years straight. Our futures package has shown a profit, and I expect it to as well this year. But you guys can enter that. The text number is right on the screen. You guys got to text the word WIN, W-I-N, to 855-857-8936. It's right on the screen. That promotion is going to run until Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. And at that time, what happens is, at that time, the system is randomly going to pick 7 individuals, and you guys will win some packages. I do see quite a few of you have already done that, so we do thank you. From the show, you guys have done that. I have access to all the people that are entering. I won't call anybody out by names, but thank you guys for that you guys are watching and entering the program. And I like to give away free shit, so it doesn't cost me a penny to give you guys free shit. So I'm going to be making sure that we're doing these promotions all the time. All right, guys. Now, next game on the schedule. That we're going to talk about. Alrighty. Appalachian State facing off against the 10th ranked Penn State. Beaver Stadium, University Park, Pennsylvania is where that game is taking place. 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Game number 157 and 158 for all our bettors out there that are watching. Most of you, actually all of you, are probably here for betting purposes, which is awesome. Let me pop up the information that I got for notes for this game. When the line came out, it had Penn State favored by 23.5 points. Game number 157, they're now up to 24. The win has them at 24.5. Correction, line update, instant. See, here's one of the cool things. I've got access to instant line movements here in Vegas and offshore. A lot of the public doesn't have access to this. It's a very expensive subscription. Professional services have access to this. The line, while I was just talking, the line refreshed and updated is now 25 at the win for Penn State. Penn State is 25 at the win, and they just updated it at William Hill. Also went to 25, and the Westgate also just bumped it up to 25.5, literally in the last 10 seconds. Those are live, instant line movements. I would be willing to bet a big sharp bettor walked into one or multiple casinos or a couple individuals and made some healthy bets to get that line to jump from 24 to 25.5 at the Westgate almost instantly. It's still 24 at Bet Online. It's 24.5 at MGM Properties, and that line is skyrocketing. All right, that line is skyrocketing this morning. Nathaniel, I know you like to win free shit. You're pretty good at it too. Appalachian State last year, guys, was 9-4 against, or 9-4 straight up, 6-7 against the spread. Penn State, the 10th ranked team of Penn State, what were they last year? 11-2 straight up and 9-4 against the spread. The interesting fact, Appalachian State years ago, their FCS program, they basically got themselves into history when they they had a big win. God, I don't remember how many years ago it was. It was over a decade. Another Big Ten team, I believe it was Penn State if I go back and look. But they're a 23.5 point underdog when the line opened up, and now they're getting 25.5 points. The Mountaineers have done themselves extremely well in the last couple years, making a nice jump. However, they've got a tough task today facing off against the Nittany Lions. Ty, I'm going to get you guys that dog pick here later. It's one of our free plays. It's coming up here shortly, so you got to hang tight, bud. There are questions surrounding Penn State's offensive line to see if somebody walked in the office to see if the Mountaineers can dictate the pace of play that they want to play. That is going to be an interesting concept for the game, and we'll see if that happens. And reading something just popped up on my screen. Another line movement for another game. Sorry. Does the feed still come up? I just gotta. Okay, feed's still up. Interesting fact. Appalachian State was undefeated last year when they got over 2 sacks or more in the game. When Appalachian State had over 2 sacks, they were able to go undefeated last year. Will that hold true this year? I have no clue. Nothing that I'm banking on, especially against Penn State. Penn State's going to pick up where they left off last year, all right? And that's explosive offense. Last year, Penn State was averaging 41.1 points per game. Appalachian State did average 33.5 points per game, all right? Penn State rushed the ball on average 35 times a game last year, and they were getting 170 yards per game on the ground. But, they had the freak of nature. Saquon Barkley leading the charge for them on offense last year. They don't have that. So we'll see what happens with Penn State. Penn State is 12-2 against the spread dating back the last 3 years. When they're in the top 10 of the AP polls, all right? When Penn State is in the top 10, which they're 10th, they're 12-2 against the spread. Appalachian State is 2-6 against the spread. Their last 8 games on the road when it's the first game of the season. So their last 8 games on the road where they've opened up on the road, they're 2-6 against the spread. Appalachian State is 7-1 on the under on the road in September. Crazy fact. Those are the stats and trends you just throw right out and you pay no attention to. All right. There's no head-to-head, nothing recent head-to-head between the two teams for anybody to base anything off of. Honestly, my opinion is it's going to be a high-scoring game. Penn State is going to put up 40, 50 points in the game myself, personally. That's what I think. Total set on this game, guys. Here's the kicker. Total on this game is 54 and 54.5. I honestly think this is an extremely low total for this game. It's even Penn State without Saquon Barkley, it's going to be a high-scoring game. If I had to pick a lean on the game, I would have to say Penn State and the over as a lean between both. All right, guys. Next one on the list, game 175, 176. Ty, I promise, just a couple more, and then we're going to get you that big underdog play, all right? Game 175, 176. Boise State facing off against Troy. Veterans Memorial Stadium, Troy, Alabama. Last year alone, all right, Boise State was 11-3, 8-5-1 against the spread. Troy was 11-2 straight up and 6-6-1 against the spread. Troy went 11-2, but they didn't cover the spread a lot. All right. Oops, sorry, don't mind me. Just fucking shit up. This is gonna be a conference champion clash. Boise laying 10.5 when the line opened. Actually, the line opened up at 11, and it is down to 10, and it's still at 10 currently. All right. Total opened up at 50.5. That total is now down to 48 throughout most of Las Vegas. It's down to 47.5 at the Westgate, and it's actually 48.5 at MGM Properties. Some little bits of key information on this game. Boise State is 10-0 in their last 10 games on the road when they have to travel over 1,500 miles. Who comes up with these things? Interesting. Troy is 5-2 against the spread dating back the last 5 years at home with their head coach. All right. Troy is 8-2 on the under their last 10 games at home in September. Interesting. Last year, September 2nd, Boise State and Troy opened up the year last year together. That line was 11 last year to open up the game, total of 58. That game went under, and Boise State won 24-13, and that was their one push. As I said, Boise State was 8-5-1. There's the one against the spread. Troy was 6-6-1, and that was against the spread. That was in Boise State. This year, it's in Alabama. Roles are reversed. However, Boise State is laying 10 points on the road. Some information. The Broncos were just one of 2 losses for Troy last year. Troy lost 2 times, guys. The Boise State Broncos were one of those 2 losses. All right. Like I said, they're laying 10 on the road. The Trojans went on to finish 11-2 and with a Sun Belt championship. All right. It's going to be no slouch of a game for both teams. It's going to be a fast, hard-hitting, defensive paired game with the quarterback, what's his name? Brett Ripon for Boise State. It's got them primed for success this year. Boise State's got a good schedule. They got a couple tough games on the schedule after Troy. Next week they got Connecticut. They should run all over them. The 15th they got Oklahoma State. That's going to be a tough one. End of the month they got Wyoming and then San Diego State, Nevada, Colorado State, which obviously we saw what Colorado State did yesterday. Air Force, BYU, Fresno State, New Mexico. Then they finish out the season against a Utah State team, which is our dark horse to win the Mountain West. Troy, on the other hand, with the exception of Boise State and Nebraska, their schedule looks pretty easy. They got Florida A&M, Nebraska, Louisiana Monroe, Coastal Carolina, Georgia State, Liberty, South Alabama, Louisiana Lafayette, Southern Georgia, Texas State, Appalachian State. So if Troy is not on your watch list to win the Sun Belt, they probably should be. All right, guys. I do believe Boise State's going to have a chance to win another Mountain West title. If, for the game purpose, if Troy can rattle the quarterback for Boise State, if Brett Ripon can get rattled, the defense of Troy should be able to do enough to keep them in the game, keep it close, to keep them a touchdown or two, a score or two away for the game. If I had to pick this game, I'm leaning towards Boise State in the under, my personal opinion. Now, the game that's probably, besides the Washington-Auburn game, this is probably the most hyped game of the weekend. I think it's got more hype to it than the Washington-Auburn game. Let's be honest. I know I'm a USC Trojan fan, but, Washington, I'm hoping Auburn wins. I'm hoping they absolutely clobber them and murder them, in my personal opinion. Notre Dame facing off at home against Michigan. Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverines head to Notre Dame, renewing their storied history. Game number 211 and 212. Guys, game 211, 212. Going to be one hell of a game, all right? One hell of a game. When the line opened up, it had Notre Dame. This line has gone absolutely crazy since May 20th when the lines came out, all right? Notre Dame opened up as a 1-point favorite. Sorry, Michigan opened up as a 1.5-point favorite. Then it went, Notre Dame was favored by 2. Notre Dame was favored as high as 3. There was an injury question about Michigan. We saw that line even hit 5. For Notre Dame, Michigan was getting 5. When Michigan started getting 5 points, a lot of sharp bettors, and this was months ago, went and absolutely made huge wagers on Michigan for week 1 against Notre Dame, getting 5 points, which was interesting. Now that game, Michigan's favored. Here's the crazy thing. This is how crazy that line is, all right? The line right now in Vegas, MGM Properties has Michigan favored by 1. The Westgate has Michigan favored by 2. William Hill has Michigan favored by 2. The Wynn has Michigan favored by 1. What's going on, Robert? Welcome to the program. Nicholas, the under on Michigan and Notre Dame. That line, when that game came out, that line was 47, all right, on the over-under. Where it's at now, 46.5. So there hasn't been much movement on the under. It's set at 46.5. On that total, there hasn't been much movement. But there's a big discrepancy on what the actual line is, all right? And this one has been 100%, the line movements have been 100% based off of betting trends. Who's betting what and pushing the line which direction. Whereas a lot of times what Vegas does, what the casinos do, is they manipulate a line and move a line a certain way, so you bet a certain way. This game, they've got no control over the line. They haven't been messing with it. Interesting facts. Notre Dame is 7-0 against the spread their last 7 games at home with more than 6 days of rest. Michigan and Jim Harbaugh, who is the bubble boy coach of week 1, I'd have to say, or the first couple weeks, is 2-10 against the spread their last 12 games on the road that are non-conference games. Non-conference games, Michigan is 2-10, all right? Now, Michigan is 20-8 on the over, dating back the last 18 years with over 13 days of rest. So when Michigan gets a lot of rest, upwards of 2 weeks or more, their offense is high scoring. What that means for this team and this year, nothing, absolutely nothing. All right, they did just restore the storied franchise between two teams in the rivalry. They took a couple years off. The last time they played, guys, was the second week in college football the first week in college football for them back in 2014. Michigan went to Notre Dame and they got absolutely pummeled. They lost to Notre Dame 31-0. That line had Notre Dame favored by 4 with a total of 56. That game went under. The favorite won, and Notre Dame absolutely murdered them and blew them out. And correct, Russ, you need to do the stats for us because Russ definitely knows his shit. It's one thing, actually I have it on the screen here, I just didn't point it out. Notre Dame has won 25 of the last 31 season openers. But the last time they played, Jim Harbaugh wasn't the coach. But when Jim Harbaugh came back, the two teams decided to agree. Michigan took Arkansas off their schedule, and now they're facing Notre Dame this year and next year. This can be a great game, guys. Absolutely great game. Home teams are 4-0 straight up and against the spread. With Michigan and the Notre Dame head-to-head series. All right, home teams are 4-0 straight up and against the spread in their last 4 head-to-head series. All right, home teams have been winning and covering. A lot of line movement on this game. Just the rivalry between one's gonna make it a good game. Both teams are gonna make it interesting. Shea Patterson, all right, Ole Miss transfer, Ole Miss talented transfer, is going to provide the Wolverines with the most intriguing and interesting part of Jim Harbaugh's offense. Hold on one second. All right. Michigan will once again bring one of the nation's best defensive programs to the table. It's my opinion and a lot of people out there that they have one of the best defenses in college football. All right, in college football. They get them getting an upgrade at quarterback with Shea Patterson from Ole Miss it may just be that missing link that Michigan's needed to be successful. Let's be honest. The quarterbacks for Michigan have been just horrendous. And what's-his-face headed off to UCLA and just named the starter of today's game against Cincinnati. Oh, man, that kid can't move. And Cincinnati's got a pass rush that's going to keep UCLA in check, in my opinion. But the upgrade at quarterback is going to be interesting for Michigan, and I look forward to seeing what the addition of the quarterback is going to do for Michigan. We already know they have one of the nation's best defensive programs. They're going to put the offense of Notre Dame to the test. Notre Dame's no slouch on defense. They've got one of the fastest defensive programs, and they're going to be a challenge for Patterson. This is his first Big Ten start, guys, and let's be honest, there's nerves, there's questions, a lot of unanswered questions, but I do believe the Michigan Wolverines are the better team from top to bottom. It don't matter what direction you're looking at. The Wolverines are a much better team, especially this year. I expect a hard-hitting affair. And whoever establishes the offensive tempo is going to control the game. In fact, whoever controls the tempo is going to control the game. That's my opinion. As far as a betting trend, obviously with the information that I've given you, I do like the under personally. Not to say that it's one of our plays, but I do like the under. And I like Michigan. I do. I'm going to go against the grain here. I do like Michigan. Julio, welcome to the show, bud. You've missed a lot of info, but don't worry, it's archived. Let me see if I can pull up, let me see the information I can get real quick here. game 211. I'm trying. No, they interesting. They actually, what's going on, Bill? Welcome to the show, buddy. What I was trying to do is I was trying to look up where the money was on Michigan Notre Dame, and that information has actually been pulled, so that way nobody has access to it. Interesting fact. Vegas doesn't want you to know where people are betting, that's for sure. But like I said, if I had to pick, I'd say Michigan in the under on that game. I will tell you this, one of sports personalities and sports insiders, Matt Yeomans, has Michigan to cover, whereas Dave Tully's also saying Notre Dame. If you look at the power ratings, they're pretty 50-50, but it's also favoring towards Notre Dame. Same thing with their effective strength, favors Notre Dame. But bettors ratings favor Michigan. Most consensuses are on Notre Dame. However, I feel the exact opposite. That's my personal opinion. All right, guys. All right. Now, last but not least, the underdog that Ty has been waiting for. We have been putting out underdogs. I said to bet Utah State in Cappers Nation Live on Thursday. I said that they were a dark horse, and they'll continue to be a dark horse in the Mountain West, and they had a chance to win that game against Michigan State. Everybody doubted us, and they got the job done. They almost pulled it off. I would have loved to have seen the first week one upset being Michigan State. I would have thought it would have been classic. But real quick, guys, we're going to run over a couple things with you guys before we get you on this last one and a free play. Then we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about for a little bit. But first of all, excuse me. Sorry, reading something real quick. Our guaranteed Saturday. All right, guys, for everybody tuning in late, it's what it is. It's one big game that we've isolated all week. It's our biggest game of the week that we feel is going to be an absolute monster of a game. That we personally put a guarantee on. All right? That we personally put a guarantee on, and we're willing to do that because we feel the game's going to win. And what that personal guarantee is that if for some reason the game loses, we refund your money, no questions asked. We don't give you credit for another package. I mean, I will if you contact me before, but we refund the money instantly. So if that game's a fucking blowout, you guys better, and you just want the next one or whatever, you want it towards another package, you better text me immediately when it's looking like that. However, I don't feel you're going to have a refund this week. We did lose last week. We had a disaster last week. A lot of the guaranteed Saturday games that we lose, I remember we lost one on a walk-off balk. Talk about bullshit, but it is what it is. But guaranteed Saturday, guys, for everybody watching this show, since we only have not much more of the show, I do have a coupon code for you guys. The coupon code is only valid during the show. The crazy thing is while we've been talking, I'm looking at the people that have purchased on our website, cappersdirect.com. While we've been talking, there have been 16 guaranteed Saturday packages purchased. Not one of them entered the coupon code, so that's 16 people that are not watching this show right now, and they just missed out on saving $50. But if you want the guaranteed Saturday, you have to purchase it during this show, or actually, I'll leave it up for 10 minutes after this show. After 10 minutes, they're gonna take down the coupon, but you enter the coupon code CAPNATION, CAPNATION, all lowercase, for $50 off during this show, and I'll leave it open for 10 minutes until after there. I just posted in the comments, $50 off for anybody watching Cap Nation live this morning for guaranteed Saturday, guys. It'll save you $50. Crazy thing is 6 of those 18 buys are brand new clients that just registered on our website right now. And the poor guys, I wish you guys were watching this show. We gave out a lot of great leans, and you guys could have saved $50. If you already purchased it and you're watching this live, do me a favor, send me a text message, shoot us an email, and let us figure out how I can get you $50 back if you purchase it during. But I don't recognize any names, and if you did, post in the comments, and we'll see what we can do for you guys. Also, the last promotion that we're running, this is 100% free. Brian, when you do it, just enter the promo code CAPNATION in the coupon box. It'll give you $50 off. Now, the next promotion, this is 100% free, guys. Our NFL futures and college football NFL and college football futures is a great package, guys. We make a ton of money betting futures each and every single year. You guys should too. We sell it for $30. We actually sell it pretty cheap, what I think. I'd like to give it to everybody for free, but obviously I don't own the company, so I don't get to make those rules. They were charging $79.99 last year and the years before. But we've got I finally got them down to $29.99 on the futures package. We've been selling the shit out of it, but if you don't want to buy it and you want a chance to win it, first of all, if you purchase Guaranteed Saturday today, later on today, I will activate your account. You get the futures package absolutely free. That's for everybody. If you purchase Guaranteed Saturday, it doesn't matter if you take the $50 off coupon and use that, or you paid full price. If you purchase Guaranteed Saturday, you're going to get our futures package absolutely free. So for everybody that purchased Guaranteed Saturday, you've got the futures package. You'll get that later on this afternoon. We'll send out an email about it, and you guys will all get that as well. But if you don't see it in your account by tonight, do send us an email or send me a text message, and I'll make sure that it's credited to your account. But if you don't want to pay and you're not on our Guaranteed Saturday, or maybe you're watching the archived version of this for the leans and the free plays, but if you want a chance to win, we're going to give away 7 packages on Monday evening. The only way to get one of those 7 packages, I just got it on the screen right now. You need to text the word WIN, W-I-N, to the number on the screen, 855-857-8936. That is not our toll-free number. That is a toll-free number, but that's not directly to our office. That's just a texting number for the promotion. So if you text WIN to 855-857-8936, what's going to happen? You'll get a response, thank you for entering. And then on Monday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, the contest is going to close, and it will automatically pick 7 individuals at random. It will notify us who won, and it'll let you know that you won as well. And you'll get the text message saying that you won, and we'll get a copy of it as well, and then we can activate your account for that futures package. So please do send a text message over there, enter it, and get on that package. It's going to be free, guys, all right? Let's see here. Brian, I do see you did get it. Good luck for all of us, and I'll activate your futures package here in a little bit as well. Thank you for the purchase and the faith that you've had in us for quite some time. And as you know, yesterday was a disaster of a premium play day. Bill knows that. Brian knows that. It was the San Diego State game. I do believe that game should have gone over. They didn't pick up the scoring until late. 2 scores away, touchdown, and an extra point away. But it is what it is. Colorado State, I apologize, guys. We should have had some better judgment on that one. Atlanta, they had their chance. All right, definitely had their chance. But anyways, back to the last game. We're going to get you guys on this last game. This is an official free play. It's actually not on our website. All right, this game is actually not on our website. It's not scheduled on there as a premium play. It's not scheduled on there as a consensus play. I do believe it is a good, high-quality game. I would it's more of my personal play than anything, but if I had to select it, I would say it's geared more towards the premium play. And here's the game, all right, guys? Game 209 and 210. And I doubt this is on much of your guys' radar. Old Dominion versus Liberty. All right, Old Dominion versus Liberty. Old Dominion favored by 6. when that line came out with a total over and under 58.5 points. Game number 209 and 210. The current updated line has, it's all over the board. Vegas doesn't know what they want to do. CG Technologies just took a big bet and dropped that line to -5. Everywhere else in Vegas is at 6. And as Brian said about yesterday, new day, week is over. Or week is not over, but it's a new day. It's Saturday, and we've got a great card for you guys. Before I get you guys on a free play between Old Dominion and Liberty and what I think is going on, we do actually have, it's a huge premium play day for us. We've got 3 college football premium plays. We got 1 Major League Baseball that I do believe is going to be a monster of a winner. We got our Guaranteed Saturday that's going to be a huge winner. We have 3 system plays today. Our system plays are now 53-3. In the last 56 that we put out, they should be 56-3 after today. We've got 5 consensus plays, 1 being a baseball game, underdog, and then 4 consensus plays, college football. And believe it or not, I gave you 2 leans that are consensus plays, and we talked about another one real shortly in the UCLA-Cincinnati game. For everybody paying attention. But game 209, 210, guys. Old Dominion favored by 6, favored by just under a touchdown. Old Dominion was 5-7 straight up last year, 4-8 against the spread. Liberty was 6-5 and 1-0 against the spread. Yes, there was only 1 game they played last year that there was a line on, and they were 1-0. All right, who is Liberty? Anybody know? I do. First year becoming a FBS team. First official year, joining a conference and becoming an FBS team. And who's Old Dominion? Absolutely nobody who's trending in the right direction. Interesting fact, and this is what you guys should be paying attention to. Let's see if Vegas still has it up, because it was up this morning. Nope, they took it down because it's getting a lot of attention. All right, it's getting a lot of attention, and Vegas is going to get hit hard on this game. Or actually, Vegas is going to hit hard on this game. However, you guys are going to have a chance to take some of that back. All right? Old Dominion. Okay, here it is. 98% of the money is coming in on Old Dominion. 98%. All right? 98% on the money line. Sorry, 98% on the spread is coming in on Old Dominion. All right? Now let's talk about Liberty real quick. Actually, Old Dominion, 14-8-1, dating back 5 years on the road, all games. All right? Now, Liberty is at home. They're playing at home. They're making their FBS debut. That crowd is going to be pumped up. That crowd is going to be wild. That crowd, for as much as Liberty and Lynchburg, Virginia can do at Williams Stadium. 6 p.m. Eastern time game. If you want to watch, it'll be on ESPN3. But they're at home. Liberty's going to have their crowd in it. They're going to have the home team atmosphere. Does anybody know who Baylor, I just gave it away. Does anybody know who Old Dominion, oh, Jesus, I can't talk I need another cup of coffee. Does anybody know who Liberty beat last year to open the year? I do. Anybody know? I did just give it away. But anyways, Liberty beat Baylor 48-51 last year. September 2nd last year. Little, unranked, unknown, non-FBS team, Liberty, shocked the world and shocked college football by opening up the season and beating Baylor 48-51. Now, Baylor's, they're no slouch, but they're not what they were 3, 4, 5 years ago. Liberty didn't stop there. They went and beat Morehead State 58-17. They also beat Georgia State 40. Was it Georgia State? I don't know. These lines just when. Let me double check on that one. All right, here we go. Sorry, they beat Morehead State 58-17. And then they beat Indiana State 42-41. All right. Sorry, making an update on my notes here. They do have a good basketball team. Liberty, guys, is going to shock college football again today. They win the game, and they win it outright. They're getting 6 points. Liberty is going to win the game outright. All right. I do believe Florida Atlantic's got a chance to win if they play tough and they can stop Oklahoma. But this one, Liberty has a legitimate shot. Not legitimate shot. They do win the game outright, in my personal opinion. All right. Game 209, 210. So 210 on the money line is going to pay. They're plus 200 right now, plus 200 dog college football on the money line. You heard it here first. Liberty, this game has been on my radar all week at plus 6 as well as plus 200 on the money line. I've seen it as low as plus 180. So there's your official free play, guys. Absolutely sprinkle a little on that one, Brian. Absolutely. And remember, send that text message to that number out the screen, guys. Text WIN to 855-857-8936. Get on board for your chance to win one of 7 college football and NFL futures packages. It's going to be a great deal. I do have a few more minutes that I can chit-chat with you guys. I know somebody, I do apologize, I don't remember who. Oh, Steve asked about the Alabama game. Louisville at Alabama. Real quick, at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. That game will be on ABC. Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. Neutral site game. Florida, not a far bus ride for Alabama. All right? So, or their fans. Those Crimson Tide fans are going to be packed in Orlando. All right, guys? Not a far drive for them, whereas Louisville's got a longer travel. That's for sure. Louisville didn't hop on the bus. All right, just reading something real quick. Sorry about that. Louisville last year, 8-5 straight up. Had an 8-5 winning record. They were 5-8 against the spread, whereas Alabama went 13-1, only 6-8 against the spread. Alabama's 7-1 against the spread last 8 games on neutral site games that are the first game of the season. Thanks for tuning in, Brian. Good luck to everybody. Thanks for purchasing Guaranteed Saturday, and I'll get your guys' account activated for the futures package. Louisville's 1-6 against the spread last 7 games against top 25 ranked teams. All right. Louisville is also 6-1 last 7 games on neutral site fields, non-conference games versus Power 5 teams. All right, guys. There's no head-to-head stats on this game. Line opened up, had Alabama favored by 24.5. Let's see where that line sits currently for everybody. Game 213 and 214. Alabama favored by 24 in most places. However, CG Technologies got it 24.5. I did see it as high as 25.5 at one point. With a total for the Alabama-Louisville game at 61. The big question for Louisville, much like Oklahoma or the USC Trojans, a lot of their questions are going to be surrounding the Cardinals that have to do with the program's all-world quarterback. What's going to make Paterno's Louisville team and his life difficult is that he's facing the number 1 team in Alabama. Sophomore Jaywan Pass is the guy. It's no doubt Alabama's the front runner to win the national championship. I feel sorry for Louisville opening up the game in Alabama. Alabama was not a good team covering the spread last year. Louisville was averaging 1 point per game more than Alabama. Louisville averaged 38.1 points per game, where Alabama averaged 37.1. Rushing yards, they were about the same last year. Louisville averaged 245 a game on 38 attempts. Alabama was averaging 251 on 44 attempts. Passing, Alabama struggled. Everybody knows Alabama struggled in the air last year, averaging 193 yards per game, where Louisville was averaging 300. Yards per throw was longer and farther for Louisville by over 2.5 yards on average. Defensive statistics, Alabama was averaging giving up 17 points per game. 11.9 points per game, where Louisville was giving up 27.4 points per game on average. Louisville averaged only giving up 225 yards on passing yards last year. Alabama was averaging, their defense was only allowing 166 yards a game on average. Rushing was another story. Alabama limited teams to under 95 yards per game on average the entire year. All right, rushing against Alabama is going to be tough and difficult. And Louisville, they averaged 163 yards a game rushing last year. It's it's going to be an interesting game. I don't have an official free play on the game, but if I had to take anybody just off of what I know, because with this game I find it tough. But if I had to do anything, I'm taking the 25 points. Alabama was not a team that covered the spread. They covered the spread to less than 50% of the time last year. If I had to pick one right now and bet on it, which I'm not betting the game, but if I did, I'd be taking Louisville plus the points. Monday night, guys. Monday night. Sunday. Tomorrow night, huge matchup. Miami heading to LSU. Miami was the small favorite entering that game. Tomorrow night it's going to be an interesting game. Miami versus LSU. That's going to be a tough game. But guys, remember, text WIN to 855-857-8936. That is going to be your chance to win one of 7 futures packages. It's 100% automatic. That will end on Monday at 8 p.m. Also, Cap Nation is your promo code. Enter Cap Nation for 50% off guaranteed Saturday play. And remember, anybody that purchases guaranteed Saturday will receive our NFL and college football futures package absolutely free. So make sure you guys get on that one. Mr. Height, I do see your purchase for the guaranteed Saturday play. I will make sure we get your account active for the futures package as well. Thank you as well. I noticed that the free plays are done, guys, so everybody's tuning off. I got a bunch I got to get done, so I got to run. It's going to be a busy day. I got to do a couple more promos for guaranteed Saturday, and then I actually have a family function that I got to get to later this afternoon. If you guys ever have any questions, all right, give us a call, 888-561-8923. That is our main direct line. You can also send us a text message, cd@cappersdirect.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to try and make this a regular occurrence each and every single Saturday if I can. It's a little early. I'm probably going to have to do it a little earlier. That way I can get my shit done before the games kick off. But I'll let you guys know if I'm able to do this. My goal was to do this multiple times per week. Thursday, Saturday, and then possibly either Sunday or Monday to discuss the rest of the week. So we'll see what we can do about that and get this show rolling a little more often. It's easier for me to get you guys the information doing this from my desk but I know it's not as cool as on the set that we have. So, hey, look, I am real. Those are military certificates and plaques and awards from a real individual. How about that one? No BS there. And that one right there, Team USA Magic Johnson autographed jersey. LA Kings Stanley Cup. Melted ice. And an autographed team stick from when they won the Stanley Cup. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I do greatly appreciate it. We will make this a more regular occurrence. Thank you all. And we'll see you guys tonight in tonight's video. And I have a whole shit ton of text messages to reply. One of my customers, I don't know if you guys can see this. He's got the sports channel on, and he texts me this. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see if you guys can see this. Hold on. This is what my clients are doing first thing in the morning. They are absolutely excited. It's back, it's back, it's back. College football is back is the text message. Let's go. He's one of our premium play members. He's been with us forever. Absolutely loves our college football. But yeah, guys, let's start a good run. It's going to be a great day on premium plays, great day on system plays, great day on our guaranteed Saturday, guys. Also, if you're still watching this, you're watching this archived, gave you guys a lot of great information, a lot of free plays. Do us a favor, give us a thumbs up if you haven't already done so. Hit that like button. Let us know that you appreciate the hard work, because we certainly do. And let us, if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. And don't forget, guys, I'm going to leave that promo code up for guaranteed Saturday play for 10 more minutes as soon as we shut down this program. That way you guys can take full advantage of that $50 off for guaranteed Saturday. All right, guys. All right. What's this other message? All right, you guys are cracking me up with the text while we're filming. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll do this more often. Yes, good luck to you as well, Russ, and everybody for that's participated. And Russ, thank you for the extra stats that you threw in. A lot of great information as well. And guys, when you guys contribute and you guys participate in the live chat, it makes it so much better and so much more fun and for everybody to participate. So that's what we're here for. We're here to make you guys money, here to help you guys out. Obviously, the company's trying to sell packages, and I don't mind giving away free shit all the time. And it's not shit that we give away. So I don't mind giving away free packages, and we're going to start doing that a lot more, especially with this texting program that we have. And contrary to what what one individual service, from what I keep hearing, just because somebody has an 800 number doesn't mean it's a scam. That's 100% fact. I am not lacking in the cell phone department, all right? If you guys want my cell phone number, I just don't give it to every swinging dick out there so I can get blown up with, hey, what's the free play? Hey, what's the free play? Hey, what's the free play? I don't need an extra 50 messages a day. Oh, wait, there's another one right here. So if you guys want cell phone, I can give you a cell phone number. If that makes me a legitimate company, by all means. But just because we have an 800 number doesn't mean we're selling your names or your numbers. That would be foolish. I would never do that. We would never do that. We don't give away any of our company's information to any service. We're not affiliated with anybody. We don't work with anybody. I get along with other services, and so do the owners of Cappers Direct. But we don't give out your information. And it's funny. It's what's that saying? The pot calling the kettle black. The one individual that's going around saying that if you have an 800 number, it's a scam. They just sell your leads. The same dumb individual has sold leads. He sells leads to a guy by the name of Joe up in upstate New York. So, I mean, I don't get it. But whatever. I mean, somebody wants to, stand on a pedestal and make themselves feel tall in this industry. They should just keep quiet and keep doing what they're doing rather than trying to poke the bear. But anyways, my one little rant for Saturday morning. All right, guys, I got games to go bet, and I got money to be made. And good luck to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys again. I love doing the live stuff. Chat with you guys soon.